We are just days away from the presidential election. Residents are rushing to the polls to cast their ballot before the end of early voting. Adriana Mendez spent some time in Franklin and New Berlin to see just how early voting went there. She joins us live from the Franklin City Hall with what she saw today.
Well, Steve, there's just a few people in line here that still are waiting to vote in Franklin. Now, these people will be able to cast their ballot, but the doors are officially locked and early voting has ended here in the city and in other cities in Milwaukee County. Now, we spoke to locals today about why they decided to vote today versus on Election Day, and almost all of them said it was to avoid the possibility of long lines. Christopher CORIS from New Berlin had the day off from work, so his first stop Friday morning was to head straight to the polls.
I figured, 10:30 in the morning, that's got to be pretty slow time to vote.
Christopher says he typically votes early in elections.
It's going to be busy already, so get out and do it early and, avoid the crowds.
Jan HERMANN says she was going to vote on November 3rd, but then changed her mind and voted early Friday morning.
I thought maybe I better do this ahead of time to avoid any type of chaos on Election Day.
As of this morning, out of their 29,000 registered voters in New Berlin, more than 61% already voted, either by mail or in-person absentee. That number doesn't surprise Rob McDonald.
People are generally more passionate about voting this time for the right person to have an office.
Over in Franklin, a wave of people also made their way to City Hall to vote before their doors closed at 5 o'clock. City Clerk SANDI WESOLOWSKI says typically Franklin averages a high voter turnout, and with more than 60% of registered voters having already voted, it appears 2020 will be no different.
Typically, Franklin voters are very active in voicing their opinions on election days.
SANDI says they hope to get people in and out of the door quickly on Election Day. And if you're voting next Tuesday, to remember these few things.
They'll need proof of residence. If they are going to vote, they will need a photo ID, an acceptable form of photo ID. Be prepared and be patient.
And if you want to drop off that absentee ballot, you can utilize their drop box that is open until 7 p.m. on Election Day. Reporting live in Franklin, Adriana Mendez, TMJ4 News.
Adriana, thank you.